Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in Edessa, the Dark Crusade Season 2. As we veer ever closer towards the apocalypse. Tonight, the scene is set within a small, within a fairly sizable, actually, City Watch courtyard, walled off, very plain looking, neighboring or attached to a rather sizable, fairly large, one of the larger City Watch guardhouses in the city, of which beneath lies a fairly large and substantial series of jails. The fine Cainites of the city have arrived at this place to investigate the rising tensions in the city between them and the mortals, for religious powers that are involved, and for more mundane ones, as a growing number of Cainites are finding that the populace is not really bending to them as they normally do. This is one such instance, and perhaps it is an opportunity to find out why. For one of you, you have a much more personal stake in this. It's not just about discovering the truth. It's about reclaiming what was taken from you. I'm just going to go from right to left because Edessa is an Arabic prominent language, and I want to stick with the theme. So that's how we're going to introduce people. Madeleine,
You know
how
what?
do you arrive?
Madeline will not arrive as like this. She'll get inside, but she will arrive like this. And she'll be let inside, but yeah, she will be wearing a nun's habit. And through certain things, she has gained access. And yeah, she's going to give any last wishes to any of them who might be Christian or think they're Christian, because they're obviously heretics.
Mm-hmm.
But she has been commanded, or wants to herself, probably both, to save these souls just before they die.
Okay. Guess you are known as One second, let me find the word for what you are. And no, none is not the word.
Confessor?
I think that'd be men, right? Only. They can take confession?
Yeah. You're giving these people their last rites. You're effectively you're one of the you are here as one of the minor clergy of House Obellion, as something of a gesture. You have been sent to provide these people their last rites, rather than just drain more resources from the rest of the church proper. Very minor political gesture, really. Master Farasha.
Hello. So, having played dice with one of the guards for what seems like an incredibly long time, he finally stands up, collects his winnings, because, let's face it, he was cheating the entire time. I'm not Dark Ages Chucky. I can't remember Chucky's girlfriend's name. Fuck. I was trying to make a point. the point died. But Farashah enters, having thoroughly dominated one or two poor unfortunate schmucks in order to gain access, and he has a very wide smile on his face as he has a hood up over his head to conceal his incredibly beautiful yet otherworldly features. The smile is perpetuated by him. He is by him tapping along. He's holding a cane in his hands, and he seems very, very cheerful. All in all, he gets to see a hanging. This is always a good day. He likes hangings.
Executions are ever a public spectacle. It's a shame this mass hanging is not one of them. But yes. Alkadir, you are sneaking in.
That he is.
How's he go about sneaking in?
So he wants to do it the most, I guess, simple way as possible, and we'll begin just looking for gaps in people's rotations going around entrances that he knows that they haven't locked quite yet, and move quickly and silently between those gaps.
Okay. You make your way in. Do you want to make me a quick wits alertness roll as you make your way in?
Gladly.
Standard diff.
Aspects would lower it by 2, correct? Or by
It's
my
a wits
aspects.
alertness roll, not a perception alertness roll.
You are very much right. 4 successes.
Oh, there you go. Okay. You definitely see as you make your way in, you sneak past most of the watch, but you notice that a couple of guards do some double takes as you make your way through, and go to hide and make yourself make your way from shadow to shadow. You definitely think you've been spotted in some fashion. They haven't raised the alarm yet, though. They are heading in your direction.
But before we chug on too far, Bishop, just a quick question, because I literally have all of the aspects. Is there an obfuscated kindred in this room?
No.
It's a courtyard, right?
It's a courtyard, yeah. It's a court. Yeah, it's like the City Watch courtyard. Sorry, the guardhouse's courtyard, which is walled off. Walls aren't particularly high. It's not like some great military fortification. They're like what? 9 foot tall walls, 9.5 foot tall walls. They're not that big. You could probably climb over them if you had a good running jump. But yeah. Brigitte.
Yes. Could I do like the Assassin's Creed style, like climb the wall, jump into haystack kind of sneaky thing?
Unfortunately, there is not a conveniently placed haystack for you to hide in.
Okay.
I am full of plot devices, but this is not one of them. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Is there anything else that I can jump into, like a barrel of?
You have succeeded the stealth roll, so you may as well. You can more or less just know how you get in.
Okay. If there are other people going in, are there other people going in?
Yes, you probably note several people going in. You'll see a hooded, rather plasticine-looking figure. You see a nun. You see rather well-dressed, noble-looking gentleman.
I mean more in terms of crowd. Like,
Not really. It's not really open. This is not really a public affair. The common people are not being allowed in.
okay, then I'll just
It's a matter of, do you have business here?
yeah, I'll just climb the wall and then climb down the wall and just stick to the shadows and then try to remain hidden, but having a vantage point to where the action's happening,
Okay.
like a tree or something. There are no trees, right?
No.
Okay.
So it's a plain, empty-looking courtyard. One thing all of you notice though is that there is a sort of there is a platform where the flagellants are meant to be hanged. It is where a good portion of the guards are. There's actually quite a lot of guards in this guardhouse, but more so than they would reasonably have bedding for. There's quite a lot of men along the walls, quite a lot guarding the platform. You reason there's some inside the guardhouse as well. More importantly, as you begin to gather, or for those who have snuck in, those who simply watch from the sidelines, is that two men with rather a group of men dressed in plain robes begin to walk out of the guardhouse, leading the flagellants out, along with a guard at each end of this little conga line, as the flagellants are all chained together.
How many other?
About 3 are being let out now.
Oh, okay.
They were being let out before you could arrive.
Oh, okay.
And this will be happening, and the scales seem to seem to be perfectly balanced, and they seem to have some sort of incense burning on each end of the scale. And this will happen as you arrive, Lord Septimus, the most beloved individual here, if I recall correctly. One person who's here for legitimate reasons of business, or at least so the nobility states.
See what happens. But yeah, this, as far as the reports that he's gotten, this is an active shit show. Just want to see how badly this spirals out of control.
I mean, this is an entirely valid reason for business. This is perhaps the most valid reason for business. Yeah.
But one thing to note, Chris, is that assuming his general garb, he has a sort of head covering on his head, covering his eyes. He looks a bit eccentric, but assuming he won't be harassed too much because he's a noble.
No, the only person who looks particularly eccentric is is this rather strange-looking stranger who is also at the gathering, i.e. Farasha. He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. But outside of that, everybody, I believe it actually is just you and Farasha who are observing, or at least he's the only person that stands out. Everybody else is mortal, largely guards, a couple of religious figures, and a few noble figures who seem to be particularly invested in this purging,
Okay.
largely from House Montfort.
I'm going to activate spirit, and he's going to pull his essentially his shawl over his eyes, kind of like Bowler's head.
Okay, you trigger Wave Spirit. Okay, you suddenly realize that
How
well,
many people are actually here?
yeah, Brigitte, you immediately notice Brigitte and Alcadir from the Way of Spirit. You see that they are both hiding within the courtyard. What's your level of Way of Spirit?
2. This is enough for this courtyard and surrounding area.
Yeah, I think it is, because then I think you'd also realize that a strangely dressed Madeleine is here as well. You actually see quite a few figures. There's a lot of guards. Many are bearing torches and symbols of the faith. There are other men who bear these scales, but they're not burning them right now. They appear to be in prayer, where the guardhouse's chapel is. It's very small. They appear to be chanting, kind of muttering. It's nothing particularly noteworthy.
No.
There is one person you notice though who sticks out. Appears to be on his own. Very oddly armed. Actually, he's not alone. He's with somebody else. They're both very oddly armed.
How are they armed?
One appears to be a blacksmith. You presume he arms the people here, and he's just here on business. But there is actually a whetstone and stuff for sharpening weapons here and doing some business here, just weapon repair and that sort of thing here. But with Way of Spirit, you see basically everything relevant about him, and you see that he has he has a blacksmith's hammer, has strange inscribings on it. And he is quite heavily armored. He's not really dressed like a blacksmith. In fact, he seems fairly poorly dressed for his work tonight, in the sense that he's not wearing an apron. He's not particularly lightly dressed to kind of keep out the heat. He's actually wearing chain vestments. And is very heavily armed himself. And every weapon seems to have some sort of weird inscription on it.
Can I have an occult roll?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to. This is just to see how badly, or if not quickly, I have to flee the scene.
It's these two figures. The one on the balding one is actually is with the smithy, and he too is fairly heavily armored, well armed. His weapons possess the same inscriptions.
Okay.
They don't appear to be guardsmen, which is another tell. because normally carrying a weapon around, if you're not a guardsman or a noble or a member of the military, is, well, very much a big no. It's a breach of the law.
Spending a point of willpower.
Okay. It's 3
Uh,
successes, I think. No, those are very much. I could have had you roll theology for this as well, but it doesn't really matter. Occult actually suffices here as well. These are very much. There's actually no, there is just a planetary difference here. The smithy appears, his hammer appears to be has biblical inscriptions on it, Old Testament.
Old Testament, so that. Sorry. If it's Old Testament, assuming that's Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say?
1 second. I have to look up the. Find out what it would actually say. Cool. It is from Psalm. The inscription on the hammerhead, or on each side of the hammerhead, roughly reads, "Be strong and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for the Lord."
Okay.
And the other one on the other one on the old man's weapons are they're Arabic. Presume they are from either the Quran or the various hadiths.
Do they smell or taste weird?
Oh, focusing on them feels if you focus more on them, they do not feel good they do not even feel comfortable to look at, let alone get physically.
Huh. Okay.
Oh god, no.
Oh god. Okay.
Focusing on them makes you feel uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable.
You're a bad man. Okay.
And no, as but when you look at them, they do appear to through the way of spirit, they do actually perk up.
Stop immediately.
Oh shit. Oh.
But yes.
That's. Oh god. Oh.
As
Literally, oh god. Sorry.
It's okay. God is here.
Yes, there's entirely too much God here. That's the problem.
Oh. But wait, there's more, said Billy Mays of the Dark Ages. Rip.
Fucking Vince, you can't trust him to do shit.
Do you focus on anything? Do you focus on anything else, like the people for scales, guardsmen, locations, routes they're taking?
Yeah,
weapons?
he kind of takes note of it.
Okay, yeah, because fortunately you get advanced warning of this. That incense is almost as bad. In fact, it kind of is.
Oh no.
Do you smell it? Do you breathe it in?
God.
Well, you can't breathe
No,
in, but he's
can't
fine.
breathe. I could choose to breathe, but I'm not.
Um,
All right, so the shawl goes over his face, packs up.
I'ma leave now. Oh.
Like what? Oh God! Um, there's all he's met Madeline.
Yeah, she's in the guardhouse. She's heading down, or was heading down
Oh
until you cut off their
no!
spirit.
Oh no! Oh,
She's heading to where the prosecuted were being kept. Of course, some have already been taken out, but this was
who is
already.
not actively going directly into danger?
Well, you're all here.
Well,
So, Bishop, I just popped on the old aura site. Tell me what things have true face.
Oh,
Five
well,
senses.
that's. You want to know what's interesting?
Hmm.
The every a lot of how to put this? Okay, I think I know how I'm gonna go about this. Because it's gonna take a bit of explaining. As the Flagellants are brought before the platform and the men of incense approach, you can tell that not only do these men are possessed of the faith, their aura is just completely golden radiant. The incense that they are spreading throughout this area also glows with the same color, and it is spreading it has almost as if it has its own aura, and it's just slowly spreading out like mustard gas across the courtyard.
fucking sarin gas.
You
So
also
what you're
notice
saying is,
that
guys, it's okay. They made a vampire war crime. Don't worry about it.
they're
So bad. Like,
they're most of the I say most because not legitimately all, but most of the guards appear to have a weapon which glows in a similar fashion.
oh, oh, oh. So going to get fucked.
Everybody begins to notice the place is oddly well lit.
Bishop, if can I detect any of that if I do an aura perception check?
Yes.
So
Okay.
I
we
back
have
the
a-
fuck up. I'm out. Tap out.
Mm, 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 mm.
I'm not gonna
Actually,
tap
Evan,
out.
just what are you gonna do?
Actually, yeah, no. Important question. Which way is the wind? Which way is the wind blowing, Bishop, at the moment?
Wind is blowing to. Let's see. This is guardhouse and courtyard. It would be north. So actually, you know what? Let me roll chance dice for this. One is south because that's directly towards you. Well, it's a 4. So it's actually blowing in the opposite direction. So the incense isn't really spreading as quickly as it could.
I'm just gonna,
Rather,
he's gonna-
this is only going to affect you as if it's in your immediate vicinity. So what this means is that actually, you'd have to kind of head towards these people in order to be affected by them. Because the
Don't go
incense
towards-
still surrounds them, but obviously it's blowing away from you, not towards you.
Okay, I got 4 successes.
4 successes. You see largely. You see largely. You see largely what Farasha sees. Same thing. This place is filled to the brim with zealots who possess weapons about as zealous as they are.
For the god, Emperor.
Guys, I just came here to see a hanging.
It spiraled way.
Yeah,
Spiral.
I just came for some free snacks in the form of corpses.
You disgust me. So yeah, so what Parashad does is he just he's like, okay, I see.
This wasn't on the agenda.
So he basically just starts to walk through the crowd just to kind of get ahead of the incense to the point where he's at the other side. So he's still in the courtyard. He's just like he's gonna subtly nope away from the incense. So like nope, 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 nope.
Pulling away from you, so there are some safe spaces largely towards the south
Yeah,
end.
because that's not okay.
Yeah. It's away from the hanging, though. You won't have a good view.
To be fair, I've got enough aspects to the point I could just put my perspective.
I have enough way of spirit. I can see the hanging in prime time. I just don't want to die.
From where I'm hiding, is the incense close to there?
I'll let Chance die.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll chance though.
Damn it!
High or low, baby?
Fucking high.
5. Nope, that's a low.
Come now, that's in the middle.
No, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 is on the lower half.
Not today,
Why?
Satan.
Not today, Satan. I'm gonna do the
life.
same. I'm gonna do the same for Alkadir. Alkadir, high or low?
I was gonna
Baby,
say,
no. Oh God.
I was gonna ask if, just for shorthand, that we all notice the holy incense and we are outside in the courtyard. Could I not just simply cause a wind to blow away from me?
Oh yes,
Yes, you could.
Please do it.
Well, actually, let's see if you're in danger first. So I will make the roll for you. Low as it's heading towards you, high as it's not.
This is about to be spicy, kids.
Okay, so it is
Oh,
not.
for fuck's sake!
You're in a safe zone. Of course, you have people with holy weapons heading towards you. Not that you know that.
Look at him. Oh my God, it's fun.
And as the flagellants begin are put upon the are put upon the platform. They have a rope put around their necks.
You know what?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of the bodies that are getting hanged the cursory like perception, like empathy, like straight up kindred? Is this about to be an issue?
Well, hanging as a Cainite wouldn't be an issue. You could just play dead.
No, but knowing what I know, like under the circumstances, it wouldn't be an issue.
These ones appear to be human. Yeah, these people appear to be human. They're like, I'll give you that for free. They're breathing. They have color to their skins. It's all fairly, you see models every day. I will say this though, Thrasher and Brigitte using Aura Sight. These people are not afraid.
That's no fun.
I didn't come for fun.
I came
here for free.
I came
snacks.
for the buffet.
Unfortunately, it's about to turn into a bloodbath. So I guess it will be a buffet, just in all the wrong ways.
And the man in the back that it turned into a ballroom blitz. Dude, why am I afraid? I can teleport.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I think.
Can you take me with you?
I mean, I could, but I really don't want to.
But we are but as they head up onto the platform to be hanged, those who have deigned to hand back from the incense, by the way, those men look judgmentally at you, Thrasher.
Will actually stick out his tongue.
As you do that, you will hear clattering behind you As the large doors to the entrance at the south side of the courtyard closes and is locked from the outside.
Not a trap at all.
It's not a trap. Everything is fine. But yes, we're going to go to Madeline now. Madeline,
Yes.
you are heading towards the jail cells. There's quite a lot of them. This place is hardly maze-like. It's really just a long line, then it goes around a corner, then there's another long line. It's enough cells to hold quite a lot of people. More than your cult, actually.
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
Looking around here, this is underground, right? Or is it in like
This is basement level.
This is basement level. Okay. Are there any sort of like the old school like windows with bars in front of them, just on top, so you can see the streets and you could get air in?
No, this place is entirely stagnant. This would be a very, very, very unpleasant place to be present in.
Okay.
Because as you say, the air would not be fresh at all. It'd be it would be horrible. If nothing else, I suppose it would be cool. It's very dark. But yes. Your followers are unevenly spread throughout the cells. There's enough cells that at this point they can fit pretty much all of them in a singular cell, and they have at least done them the honor of that. They haven't cloaked them together all in one cell. They appear to be at least keeping them in some sort of state resembling common decency.
Mm-hmm.
You can see wounds and bruises and marks on them, but it's really rather hard to tell if that was from your work or the Watchers.
You know. Is she being accompanied by anyone? Or has she just been let down here?
You will be accompanied by someone, yes.
One guy, 5, 10?
Just two.
Okay. She will look at them. Look them over. The two guards, do they seem... Actually, I'm going to do aura perception on... No, wait. I'm actually not. She's going to go over. She's going to look at them. The two guards, do they seem like they care, or are they like eyes locked on her, or what?
Roll me perception empathy.
Two successes.
They appear to be largely just doing their job. Or at least if they're suspicious of anything, it's not of you.
Madeline will turn to them and just say, "May I have a moment alone with them? Or are you not allowed to do so?"
You may have your time for what little it's worth to these people.
In my and in my sister's eyes, no one is lost from the eyes of God. And yes, I'm spending a willpower to say that line. Just
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say.
spending a willpower. There's no question. Like, That's just a thing.
May they pray that is the case. And yeah, the guardsman you speak to will turn to his colleague, and he'll simply say, "Come on." And he'll turn back to you very briefly and says, "Take as much time as you need. If something occurs, we will inform you."
I thank you graciously. She says, bows her head, thanks them.
Okay. What do you do? They will also open the first door for you.
Mm.
They basically what they do is they'll kind of stand at the far end of the hall. If you just want them to move on to the next person, you just approach them and they'll open the door and they'll close the other one and vice versa. Sorry, and so on and so forth, not vice versa. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Is there at any point where they can't see me?
If you went down and around, so basically, as I said, this hall goes all the way down. Then there's a sharp corner and just goes the other way down. That's where it's basically 2 rows of, or it's one very long row which goes around a corner. If you went around that corner or went into the cell, they would not be able to see you.
She'll do that.
Okay.
And she will use. If I used up a tenebration here, the people would see, right, and freak out.
Depends on the tenebration.
Can I use it to muddle sound?
Nocturne does muffle sound, not completely. For example, a scream would become a whisper, but that is pretty substantial. Like a standard conversation metal wouldn't be heard outside the nocturne.
Bending of metal.
Bending of metal. Guess it depends on how you do it.
What I'm planning to do is rip the door off and fashion like clubs out of metal and give it to people.
Okay.
But I'm not going to just start to do it. If it's possible to do this slowly to start with, and at this end where they can't like directly see, then she's going to do that. If it's not, then I'm going to do something different before we do that. But that depends on whether or not I could do it silently.
Okay. It would muffle the sound, so yeah, it would still make a sound outside the nocturne, but not loud enough, given how far away these people are. So it would be quite quiet.
Okay, then she will begin, and she will just make it very clear to people that they need to be very, very quiet.
Okay, they're gonna see the nocturne. They're gonna have to make courage checks or panic. I'll say they get a bonus though, because they're your followers. And they're sort of inured to a lot of the trauma.
Yeah.
And they'll have a dice beyond the average person as well. So they'll get 3 dice instead of 2. And no, they don't panic in the face of it. They actually get 2 successes, so they're actually quite well inundated into the horrific and terrifying.
Well,
and
she'll begin to produce rods to beat people with.
Okay. Well, you've only got like 1 to 3 flagellants or cultists in each cell, and they're unevenly spread.
Okay.
So you're using a nocturne. Also, have you rolled to use the nocturne?
Oh, right.
So you need to do that.
Right. Wow, I only have one success, but I only need one success since it's
One
not
sec.
very big.
Let me actually check. That might actually be a fail. Nocturne might be difficulty. Yeah, Nocturne is difficulty 7. You fail.
Well, then nothing particularly exciting is going to happen to start with. She will try again and spend another blood point.
Yeah, there's nothing actually stopping you from trying again, so.
Yeah.
Okay, this time you actually succeed.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
When it comes to a point where she has to go to a place where they can see her, she's going to do something else.
where are you? I assume you are in the jail cell where you're giving people their last rites.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you won't be able to take the Nocturne outside.
No. That's not what I'm...
Without terrifying or causing the men to notice.
Right.
Okay.
She's going to arm as many people as she can, but since they're divvied out, or were they all in the same, or are there different cells they're in?
They're in different cells.
Okay.
They're also chained to the wall, so you'll need to break those as well.
No, she does that.
Can you roll me strength athletics?
I can.
You'll need a threshold of you got potent, so I'm not going to give you a success threshold. You are actually capable of doing this just because you have potence, like at the appropriate level.
Can I? What if I spend for potence? Does that?
I'll just give you a bunch of successes, in which case you break the chains.
Okay, then I will spend 1 blood for potence.
Okay. Yeah, you just shatter the chains. There's three cultists in this cell.
Yeah. Anyone else in here is invited to join them if they want to get out.
No, they're kept largely separated. Well, they're kept entirely separated from any other prisoners.
Ah, okay, fair enough. She will tell them to stay here and wait.
Okay.
Evan, darling, mute yourself. You can hear it. It's echoing.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I thought I was muted.
And she's gonna go out. She's gonna go not too close, but go up to so she can see the two guards. And I'm gonna spend another willpower or blood point, and I'm gonna use Nocturne on them.
On the guards?
Yes.
Okay.
They are suffocated.
Okay. Well, no, they have enough stamina that they can actually breathe within the Nocturne. They have a stamina level of 3. So they will not actually
Isn't it
suffocate.
reduced by Octenebration rating?
It's decreased by 2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's just a flat 2.
Oh, I'm thinking of Octenebris. Yeah.
No, but they're going to roll something now.
And while she's doing that, she's going to rip off another door and free as many people as she can.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, they're both going to roll 1d10 each. They both need to succeed on this. Okay, no. And then they need to roll courage. Okay, they both succeed. Okay. We are going to, as that happens, we're going to switch back up to the courtyard briefly. And I'm going to BRB, as maybe Farasha and Septimus have a light conversation about what a lovely evening it is, and how nothing is wrong. It's okay, nothing is wrong.
Hey, Septimus. Hey, buddy. You want to teleport out of here? I can totally do that. Yeah? Yeah? Nothing is on fire. Ooh,
Everything sucks.
everything does kind of suck right now. Yes?
Yeah. So, okay. In what amount of danger am I in if the incense comes my way? Which does.
North of fucked?
Yeah, define fucked.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, damn
I've
it.
never seen holy incense before.
Like, I'm assuming the worst case scenario, so more than likely ash.
Come on, you really?
Yeah.
Fucking really?
We are literally surrounded by hunters and true faith who want to murder us.
Yeah, I'm specifically asking about the incense because if the
Okay.
incense is meh, I might just stay there hiding. If it's not meh, I will have to move somewhere else or just jump over the wall and fuck off or something.
I think it's safe to assume that incense might as well be a weak version of sulfuric acid, which is still sulfuric acid. just,
Uh, uh, I'm not pleased.
I can control the wind and make it go away, but right now I am more concerned and intrigued about all this about all this stuff here.
uh, my road fucks me because I can't show fear at the face of death. But I also don't think I should be putting myself in danger just cause, right?
How'd that lovely conversation go?
What?
Well, basically, you're saying that hey, this stuff will pretty much just kill you. There's no real debate around it.
Yeah, I was asking about the incense. In what amount of danger am I in since the incense is floating my way?
Are you going to? So, if you are, if you don't know what the incense will do if it contacts you, but you do know if you wish to avoid it, you will have to come out of your hiding place.
Can I roll into another hiding place for where I am, or it's fucking impossible?
It would. It's an open courtyard. I'd have to give it like a difficulty 8, 9. Like, I'd say difficulty 8, and the guards get to roll against you. Because you'd have to come out of your hiding place and enter another in what is largely an open space.
But Bishop, I have only one important question for you.
Mhm.
Did you get squash?
No, I got water.
You disappoint me.
Now that we all know that, I disappointed Evan. Brigitte, what do you do?
I'm contemplating bailing out of there, honestly.
Bailing out of there will definitely definitely raise the alarm.
Yeah, fuck. Fuck my life. Difficulty 8, you said, against guard.
Again, you can.
Yeah, I can spend more blood and more willpower, and so that's what I will do.
Okay, what's your dex at the moment?
Is it stayed up from before or not? Is
What
it the
was your
same sin?
what did you raise your dex from?
I raised it from 3 to 4.
Okay, yeah, then it remains that way for the rest of the scene. Are you
So,
wearing any armor?
what am I wearing? The normal shit that I'm wearing.
I don't know what your normal shit is.
The monk robe.
That's just that's not armor. So,
Well, I didn't expect them to be fighting.
you expected her to be hanging.
Yes, I came from the snacks.
Can I just ask, are they at least hanging these mofos so I get my damn hanging?
Oh yes, they're about to hang them. I'm just going
Okay,
through
good.
the stuff
So,
with Brigitte.
so if I spend one more, I'll be at 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so and you said difficulty 8, correct?
Yes.
And I'm spending willpower as well. So
Nice.
okay, 3 successes.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, depends on what you roll, my dear.
Okay, no, they only get 2 successes. They only have 5 dice. They're just skilled humans, which is normally the
Okay.
5 to 6 dice mark. So
Okay, so I barely make it.
yeah, well,
Okay.
a very skilled human would be 6 dice, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, they're just guards that are better at their job than the vast majority of guards. So
You are far more
no, they do
charitable
not
than I
spot
am.
you.
A skilled human is like, sorry, to me, a skilled human is like 7 or 8 dice, but I hate people.
Yes, you do.
Hey, I'm not people.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I've not attempted to coup in the scene once already. It's not like I treat you like a person. It's fine. But you managed to find yourself in a hiding spot. You do it. In fact, you move as all eyes on the Flagellants on that podium, on that platform. As the platform is dropped, and there is a sort of wood rattling as the trapdoor rattles against the platform, and the people fall. The rope hangs, and you all get to see the life fade from the eyes of these men and women. One of their necks abruptly snaps, the other two choke to death in a slow, painful fashion. Unfortunately, Al-Qaeda does not really have this privilege because someone is moving on your position. A couple of guards. They think they saw something and they're heading towards the source of it.
Can I sense their intent?
Yes, they're looking for something.
If the idea
They have left their post to go look for something, so it's pretty clear that they're investigating.
and if
Daryl, don't
Yes?
forget to add your celerity dots for non-combat related actions because it boosts your dexterity. So
No.
no.
No, if the place seems more alert than I expect it to be, I would like to use the mask of shadows to try to
Oh,
hide.
that ritual's gonna take you.
Hmm?
Do you have a talisman on you?
No, but I believe the timing on it doesn't verify.
No, rituals take 5 minutes equal to their level.
Okay.
5 minutes times their level to cast.
Okay.
So a level 1 ritual will be 5 minutes. A level 3 ritual will be 10 minutes. Sorry, a level 3 ritual will be 15 minutes. Sorry, a level 2 ritual will be 10 minutes. A level 4 ritual will be 20 minutes, and a level 5 ritual will be 25 minutes. If a ritual breaks this rule, it will state it in its system,
Okay.
or in its description. For example, I think Enchant Talisman is an extended roll, so it's a series of ritual rolls over the course of a week.
Never leave home without your talisman, kids. God knows I've got mine.
Yeah, no, a talisman would have been really helpful here because a talisman
reduces
ignores
casting time.
casting time. Yeah, so you could
Yes, it
just cast
does.
if rituals instantly as long as you have the ingredients
Talisman
for it.
on. Yep.
Unfortunately, you do not have that,
No, I do
so that is unfortunate because that would have actually resolved this entire issue for you.
No. The
Because they have
idea,
holy weapons, they don't have holy sight.
but if the place seems high alert and I was more intrigued, I'm not compelled to be here, I would just leave.
You will need to leave your hiding spot for that. They're closing down on you.
Yeah, no, I'll just leave.
How do you intend to leave? Do you mean like head out into the open?
I mean, try to follow out where I went and just go through the door.
You won't be able to do that because they're investigating your hiding spot. They're heading directly towards you. If you go out as you came in, the door is locked. The door has already been closed. For too large, it's more like a gate. It's already been closed. And you don't have easy access to the wall to climb over.
No, do I have 3 or do I have 4? Because if I have Elementalist 4, like, I'll just turn into a pile of water.
You can attempt to make a similar roll to Brigitte. You will remain within the courtyard, however. Attempting to leave over the walls at this point, that's gonna catch people's attention, particularly as you already have people who are investigating you.
Okay.
I'm actually going to say that because they saw you, they're going to be rolling at a slightly lower diff as well. Because Brigitte
Alright.
actually succeeded her stealth roll, and unfortunately you got spotted. So you have, for the record, it's 2 armored men.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to ask one of them, why is a raven like a writing desk?
And if I need to basically kind of just
God, I want to know the
outmaneuver these
answer to that
guys,
now.
I will do so.
Okay, so
There was
sorry, you
never
gonna
an
make
ship. It was just Alice in Wonderland's writer being weird. But continue.
So roll stealth roll.
okay? It's difficulty 8.
Alrighty. Then I'll spend 3 blood. Put me down to 7 for
You
my
can
dex.
spend a blood.
Oh yeah, 8 blood. I am not old enough.
Hmm.
So 9 blood.
You got a lot of dice today, so you should be okay.
Yeah, should be alright.
Keep in mind if you're wearing any armor to take into account your armor penalty.
Yes, I only go down by 1 with the stuff I'm wearing.
Okay.
And it's diff 8.
Yep.
Nope. Didn't make it.
Uh-oh. You always get the worst dice rolls.
That's a paddling.
That is a literal paddling as you attempt to dart out of your hiding place. As as you are immediately spotted by the two guards.
Anthony, are you clapping?
And
Or wanking? I don't know.
I don't
and
wait for everyone else's pleasure. Good sir, I have class.
Hang on. As Anthony is now back, I can use the immortal line that he and I share, which is very simply, "To shreds, you say."
Ew!
That was just my hands on my mouth. That was just Jesus. This is bad. Too much Jesus in this thread. To shreds, you
From
say.
out of nowhere, because I'm going to be that. It's a witch! Get him!
yeah, all guards on that side of the courtyard begin to mobilize on Al-Qadir as the guard who spots them
Damn.
says, "Stop him! We have an intruder."
Damn.
And yep. Well, the guards on the other side of the courtyard will mobilize to protect the crowd, because they're made up of honorable and important people. Clearly,
I feel so.
you're special.
Yay!
One
You have
feel
not
protected.
been. Oh, pardon?
This is my ghoul's tax money at work.
Did you say
and,
tax money?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brigitte, you can also see this happening. An absolute nightmare, and we're just gonna roll.
As long as it ain't me. Oh.
Aren't you just lovely?
Sorry.
right,
Yes.
okay.
So actually, we won't necessarily. Oh, sorry. What?
I was going to say, basically, Farasha takes a gold coin out of his pocket and he flicks it around his fingers. He does the kind of Jack Sparrow flick where he puts it between his fingers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to flick it. He flicks it up into the air. He's going to catch it. Bishop, we're going to do a odds or evens roll. On an even roll, I'm going to help Al-Qadir. On an odd roll, I'm going to stand there and do absolutely nothing. This is really funny. And
Oh my god.
He's that much of a gambler, he is going to gamble with himself.
To be honest, I have to respect how you
Evan.
find increasingly creative ways to be an asshole in character. Okay, so do you want to go high? So is high heads and you help, and low is tails, you don't help?
It's odds and evens. Odds is
Oh.
I don't help. Evens is I do help.
Okay. That's a 10.
Christ.
Of course it is.
He walks towards Al-Qadir and he puts his hand on his shoulders. Gentlemen, please. This is my slow-witted brother, Shechem. He's absolutely harmless. Unfortunately, took a bit of a blow to the head when he was a child. All he does is sit in a courtyard in the family estate and smash beetles with a rock. It's very unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Let me pay you for your time. Shechem, what are you doing, you silly boy? We'll go home and get you some nice beetles. I'm a dick.
Roll me manipulation subterfuges. I'm gonna say difficulty 9, but I'll make it difficulty 6 because that was pretty well played out.
That was awesome.
Nah, the woods yet. Don't fuck it up.
And now Al-Qadir is Beetle Boy.
It's fun. Guess who's getting charged a life boon after this? Beetle Boy.
Well, actually, as that happens, Al-Qadir, is there anything you're doing? Do you surrender yourself? Do you try and run away? Do you try and attack?
Crush any beetles.
I have no reason to attack these guards. I simply just want to leave. At best, I would be going on with this weird person's ploy because I have no idea who this person is.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, your road
I'm
relates to the traditions, not mundane human law. So I will not make this have this be a road check for you.
I just have to check my specialties. Give me a second. Does my manipulation specialty? Oh yeah, no, my subterfuge specialty in misleading totally applies here.
Oh yeah.
Also, Daryl, in the confusion, you can always use deck stealth to just slip out.
So that is 5 successes total.
He can't use dex stealth because he's got half a courtyard of guards trying to
Chase
detain
me
him.
down. So that's why I said might as well go with this weird ploy from this person I've never seen before.
He looks distinctly unnatural.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
human enough to pass as human. But there's like, what's your otherworldly quirk, Farasha?
Okay, so he actually has appearance 4. His spec is otherworldly because he just looks kind of oddly ethereal, and the skin is the color presented.
Yeah,
So he's that pale.
he just looks very pale and wan, and
Very plastic.
yeah, almost
Or
doll-like.
is that porcelain? I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I
porcelain.
think it's 4.
Of course, porcelain,
He
because
look- yeah,
you
he
had to
does
go
look-
with a more creepy kind of doll.
He's centuries ahead of his time. But
There's
yeah,
even a Kia Ceed merit called porcelain.
oh yeah, it's
There
really
you
OP actually. But yeah, no, this person looks human enough, but you know that because you are inhuman, that this person probably is as well.
There's probably something off,
Now-
but you don't know what.
Now, Shepard, say that you're sorry to the nice guards for causing them some distress. Honestly, once again, he gets terrible digestion or distress when he's upset. So if you would just please be kind to him, or else we'll have to be cleaning his room from now until the Sabbath.
Would indigestion be a thing right now? But not important. Halgadir just kind of nods his head very quickly, like in an apologetic manner, almost in a seizure-like gesture.
There you go. Do the guards buy my bullshit?
You got 5 successes, I think. So yes, they do. It confuses them more than convinces them, but once they've had a moment, and if Alkadir surrenders himself, I assume he does if he's playing along with the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Then there is a sort of pause they will consider closely.
Oh my god, it just struck me that Bishop doesn't know where the beetle thing comes from because he doesn't watch Game of Thrones.
No,
He does not.
I didn't
Really?
get it either.
That was a good long-term investment considering the ending, to be honest.
Dude, no.
Yes.
Dude, no.
They will pause and they sort of
Farashah will
think
also read
amongst
rules of
themselves.
approach.
They look at you with the strangest look of discomfort that they could probably muster, and they will.
Farashah
And
will
one will
at this point,
simply say, "If
he reaches into his purse and he will withdraw like 5 or 6 silver coins, so a very large sum of money for your average guard. And he'll just say, we keep this between us. He did no harm, you understand? Here, buy yourself something nice. Buy your family something nice. Here, have a new goat. And you have a new camel. And you have a new horsey. And you, oh, fuck it, you can have an elephant. There you go. I don't care.
you got out the coin purse, okay." Okay, the guards were convinced, but that draws the attention of somebody else. And that's one of the men of the scales. He's going to start walking towards you. Because he is witnessing you attempt to bribe someone, and that doesn't really set well with him.
That's entirely fine. Bring him to me.
As he walks towards you, hey, Lord Septimus, where are you right now?
Not there.
Not that you're just walking away from that? Okay.
I'm just not in that problem. Like
Okay,
that.
yeah, that's... Yep.
I'm gonna go talk to one of the guards, probably one of the soldiers, slide him a gold piece because assuming the bodies have to be removed, he says he'll do it for him, pays him a gold coin, and those are my flesh bags. I am done with this.
Look, this he's like,
Hey,
it's
hey
just a
now! Now
clusterfuck.
you're
It's the
stepping
money for
into
the
my
clusterfuck.
territory here, and I don't have
You
money
can
to.
eat the biggest of dicks.
Look,
Look,
look.
this is me
We need to ha-
taking your shit.
we need to
Um,
have a deal here, okay? I only need to drain some of their blood. You can do with their bodies whatever.
Brigida, all you have to do is come out of your hiding place and ask.
Come out, do something. I
Yeah,
dare
that's
you.
right.
No, I will just sneak onto the cart when the bodies are there, and I'm going to munch on them while the cart is moving, and then sneak out of the cart
There
and
will
go
be-
I
back
will
to my
rat you
business.
out so fast.
there will
Your head
likely
will,
a
your head
cart.
will spin.
You can make an attempt to stealth roll onto the cart if you want. It's going to be the same diff, and I'm going to have the guards roll against you again because every time you make this check, the guards get to roll against you.
I still have blood. I still have willpower. I still have guts.
But
Am I gonna be? Yes. Because I have way of spirit is still active, so I just sort of point like right there.
yeah. But quick note, Farasha, can you make me a what would this? No, yeah, this is definitely no. This is going to be this is going to invoke Roshrek in you. Difficulty 9, please.
We'll also invoke Roshrek in the other vampire standing next to me.
See how quickly this spiraled out of control.
Lord Septimus is. Yep, no, I think he's close enough. Yeah. So
I'm on the other side. Talking to. Why am I over there now?
No. I mean Al Qadir, who is standing right next to me. Because
Yeah.
he is. Bro.
Lord Septimus can walk away because he's noble and important and doesn't need to be interrogated by guards. But Al Qadir, yes.
That seems like yeah.
What about me?
Oh, you need to roll courage, difficulty 9, please.
Okay.
You can spend a willpower on this roll, though.
Might as well. I'm at max willpower.
That is the correct decision, given it's a difficulty 9 roll made with like 3 to 5 dice.
My courage is max, so yeah, I have 5 dice.
Please note if you're spending willpower in the roll beforehand.
Yeah, this thing is bad about typing in statements with the roll.
I never know how to do that.
It was difficulty 8, right? 8 or 9.
It's 9.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you succeed. Oh, goddamn! Wow, you breathe in that, and you don't necessarily breathe it in, but just being
It does still touch
kind
my
of
skin regardless.
enshrouded by it is it causes your beast to leap out of its skin. You barely contain it, both of you. It's almost like being it's not the same as, but it's reminiscent to being near fire, as in as long as you are around it, not every turn, but perhaps every minute to 5 minutes, you're going to have to make another courage check. It's like being in a burning building. Fortunately, Lord Septimus is outside the burning building.
Oh, not today.
Not today, Satan.
Is the cart already filled with
That is a very
bodies?
fancy weighing scales you have there.
He looks at you,
That's that.
Farasha, and the man for scales. There's another still by the podium, but he will simply say, "May I ask why you are paying this man?"
I heard that his daughter needed a new donkey, so I was generously obliging him. Would you like a new donkey?
Okay. Oh dear.
Evan.
Evan, I approve wholeheartedly. Just letting you
This
know.
is fucking awesome.
It's like watching a burning
A,
building.
a man such
I would ask that
a
you
man such as
refrain
yourself,
from.
who clearly has such excellent taste in commerce accessories. Oh, sorry, there was some lag there.
That's fine. He's just going to say, as he's not going to make a roll. I don't think he's going to believe you, to be honest. I don't think he even has to. With his stuff. He's going to simply say, I would ask that you refrain from such theatrics in this series of solemn moments. He's going to put his hand on you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Before he puts his hand on him,
Uncle Bad Touch.
because for us, well, he'll say,
On your shoulder, by the way. It's not an immediately hostile gesture. He's not gonna like shove his hand against your face. I've already done that enough with Sebastian.
that was a crescent moon to the face, and that was made of sand.
Yeah,
But before he can touch
that's gonna
him,
be to the
all right,
shoulder.
all right, I'll level with you. I'm an undead, blood-sucking fiend who wants to deprave your daughters, steal everything that you own, and, quite frankly, murder my way to success. So is my friend here. I'm going to go now, and he disappears.
Okay. So,
Did you at least take him with you?
keep in mind you're in a crowd, yes? Like it's a small crowd, but albeit a crowd.
Yes.
Okay.
So the way it happens is black butterflies spiral around him, and then he just simply disappears, and the black butterflies disappear with him.
Okay.
Dun,
Okay.
dun, 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 dun,
I did not.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He is going to reappear. One moment. I actually have to check the difficulty because I do have to roll.
you do have to roll. And how far are you traveling?
I'm not traveling very far. I'm only traveling up onto the roof, basically, so I can kind of hunker down and look as things happen. If it helps, I will even chemistry myself to look like a chimney stack, or look like something.
Okay.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
This character. On a side note, Daniel, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. He's just an ass.
I mean,
do something
yeah,
unbelievable.
I'd say if you had me make another overlay just the next day, I'd be like, dude, stay alive for a little bit longer, dude. Like, seriously.
Okay, well, you roll. We're gonna switch back to Madeleine. Madeleine, you are nocturning guards. They're gonna rush through.
Okay. She's gonna call on the three to kill them, or to essentially get at them, and I'm assuming that they can try and bum rush them before they can get to her. I mean,
Yes, if she's moving away, they can effectively act as meat shields because this is a fairly thin corridor. This is meant for like 3 or 4 people max to travel through. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't, from one side to the other. It's a
one of them failed. What was that? Was you rolled a
that-
thing where
I
one
rolled
of them failed?
2 single d10. That actually doesn't matter because they both needed to succeed. It has no impact on what's happening.
Okay, fair enough.
Basically, what would have happened is something would have happened if they succeeded. They didn't.
Okay.
They are, however, instead going to bum rush your guys, and they're going to bum rush Den. I am just going to start. So I'm going to roll for them and roll for your friends.
And she's gonna release, get as many out, free as many people as possible.
Okay. In which case, one is going to retreat when they realize you are doing that. The other guy have to do 10, so he will make his attack on one of your allies.
By the way, that was just my roll for Path of Mercury, so I do manage to pop up where I want to pop up.
Yeah, I think you're just off kilter by like a few yards or something.
I did the 50-yard one, so literally he just pops up onto the roof and becomes a chimney.
Okay. I'm a chimney now.
I made my life choices. And I did love the I'm an undead fiend who's come here to despoil your daughters, kill you, and steal your things. So and so is my friend.
7.
Can't manage.
I need to ask about the corpses.
Yep. Well,
Are
they
they-
were going to be put onto the wagon, but actually they were being put onto the wagon. So I'll say, yeah, there are now 3 corpses on a corpse wagon.
Do I
So-
see, just if we're doing this, do I see one of them fleeing?
Yes. Yes, you would actually.
Can I summon arms to stop them?
You can summon arms. You can summon arms, and they can attempt to grapple. You will attempt to cut through them, and will start screaming for help.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna release as many people as I can.
Okay, just release as many people as you can. All right. Yep.
I want to sneak into the cart.
Okay, make me a stealth roll, please. Difficulty A. I'm gonna roll these guards a thingy majig again, because man, you just seem to love them.
On a side note, they're like on the maximum level of alert now because I literally just did a middle finger and pulled magic out of my hat.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no.
but they're looking the other way.
Oh no. Oh, by the way, Frosh, again, the hunted floor.
I'm okay with this.
Also spending willpower. I don't know how to put that into the roll
Just
machine.
put hashtag WP.
Hashtag. Okay.
Keep in mind how much
Like
willpower you
that.
spend. Yeah,
Oh,
keep in mind
okay.
how
I got 5 successes. 4.
they can't actually beat that. But keep in mind how much
Can I take
willpower
my action then?
Yes.
As they're loading up the carts and Way of Spirit is still active, what is now hitched a ride in my cart?
Yeah, I will probably attempt to speak to you after I'm hidden.
It doesn't matter. This breaks obfuscate.
What obfuscate?
Put it this way: nothing in a
He can perceive everything within a certain radius of him, regardless of
Regardless.
self roll.
Yeah, I don't know that. I would speak to him because I saw him doing the thing with the card. So I'd just tell him, just sneak me out of there. I don't want anything.
You didn't hear that conversation. If you
I
wanted
know,
to
but I
listen in
saw,
on that,
I,
you
I
make
saw,
perception
I
bonus
didn't,
roll.
I wasn't seeing him talking to the dude. I don't know what he said, but I know that there was something about the card because he was there.
Wow, is this happening today?
Anyway, what are you gonna? Sorry, what did you? You see someone hitch a ride on your cart. Sorry, do you do anything about this?
Well, I don't know who that is.
That is a very strange. It is. You know it's well. You know that
Come on, we've met before.
they're probably Cainite because they look pale and gaunt as all hell.
Depends on how much of an ass am I going to be today.
I mean, it's going to be difficult to beat out Evan, but you can make the attempt.
Oh, come on now. I'm just playing dead there, not doing anything.
And you know what? He can make you even deader. It's a win-win.
Let me check my path. Hold on.
Oh, fuck! Anthony, no!
To be fair, I just point out my path is batshit bonkers and is made of batshit bonkers. So I'm like,
This scene has turned from just like to
Oh, God.
awesome, and I don't know how. That's the weird part.
Ah.
Evan, your comment was gold. I'm just gonna say it now. That was fucking amazing.
Come on, Anthony.
Which
Don't
one?
ruin my only good
Oh,
roll.
I'm a blood-sucking fiend here to defy your daughters. I'm giggling
Yeah,
for
that
that one.
is
Just saying.
quotable.
Question.
Yep.
These people and the adjoining nobles. I'm assuming I'm not the only noble that's here, right?
Oh no, they are alarmed and
Would you say this is acting shamefully?
um to not to rat her out, maybe to physically drag her out of a corpse cart potentially, but not certainly not to tell on her, because that's just telling the authorities that
But I'm
someone's
playing dead.
trespassing. Yeah, and he might rat you out. So what do you do?
Ah,
I think dragging her out of the corpse cart or physically interacting with her, perhaps.
maybe trying to make conversation would be a good idea.
Hey,
You're
Septimus,
playing dead. You're a corpse.
springboard. You could always use this as springboard into religious influence if you point out the evil vampire despoiling corpses.
Yes.
Oh
Clearly.
God!
I'm such a bad man.
Why,
God,
Evan?
okay.
Why? Why? Ah!
Khadija, you have come at the best possible time.
Okay.
So, your clanmate is currently being held by guards.
Oh God.
A weird, otherworldly-looking figure.
Oh.
Turned into a chimney.
No. What has spoke up for him. Then a holy figure of scales that are giving off incense that rattles the cage of your beast in a. It's almost like being in a burning building, just being near it. Then openly admitted to being a Cainite, disappeared in a shower of butterflies, and also ratted out your clanmate as being a Cainite.
Oh.
Wait.
Yep.
A lot has happened in the span of 5 minutes.
Yeah. That just and that happened. And and a bunch of people, a bunch of Flagellants got hanged as well. But that's not the important part. But that's what's happening. I assume you're in Obfuscate.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Man of Scales is he is shocked and looking around and is calling every guard in the vicinity to arms and protect the people present. Every guard unsheathes their sword.
Yeah.
About half of them head into the guardhouse.
Yes, I do tell.
Oh, awesome. So what do you say to one of the guards?
Why?
I literally point the person out,
Why?
and I poke that one because there's more Cainites in the city, and people need to know.
If it helps, I think myself and Anthony are currently in a competition to see who's the biggest douche in this particular scene.
And it's a fierce competition.
What even is the silence really?
That's a good philosophical question.
It's a philosophical question. People
Thank
should
you. You just killed me. There's nothing I can do.
The best part is with True Faith, they can determine if there's a Cainite in their vicinity.
Unless you're a chimney.
Unless you're chimney. Well, actually, no, they can tell there's a Cainite in their vicinity. They just don't know where to look because they're a chimney. Unless they're True Faith 3, then they can just ignore all illusion and mind-bending effects. And just be like, that's not a chimney.
You actually need 4.
I mean, based off what's happened. Based off what's happened and the black butterflies that just exploded, this is not going to be the first time we're going to see any of these people.
I was going to say, you actually need True Faith 4 to see through chemistry. But yeah, still, you can do it. one is
free. It's
obfuscate.
listed as free in page 394. It's
Oh, is
free.
it? Shit, no. Four is emotion manipulation. I think four is presence, isn't it?
Four is presence, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, anywho.
If it helps, the chimney is silently judging everyone. Because I never thought they get to say those words.
Okay, the man with scales will head towards... the man with scales will head towards the corpse stack, so all some guards. It should be noted, they can't tell specifically who is a Cainite, they just know when one is around them. That is a specific limitation of what they can do. Yeah, what's gonna happen is that the guards will pull off the we'll pull off the shroud that masks the bodies, and then the incense Brigitte will pour over you. You need to make courage roll, difficulty 9. You may spend a willpower. Keep in mind how much willpower you spent, because I think you spent like 3 or 4 at this point.
No. I spent 3.
Yeah, so I said you spent 3 or 4 at this point. This will be your 4th willpower for the theme.
Yes.
And the man in scales is simply going to say,
What difficulty was it?
Difficulty is going to be 9. You may spend a willpower. And he's simply going to say to the guards,
Wow, 1 success.
collect some tinder.
Well,
We're going to
2
burn
with
these
a...
bodies here.
Let it go.
One of the guards will go off to collect some tinder to burn the bodies. You will...
Not literally, I'm not gonna fight that.
Yep. And you resist the Ursha frenzy, so you do not move, you play dead. They cannot tell who among the corpses is a Cainite. But, they're going to start pouring tinder over you. Over all the bodies. And a clear liquid. Meanwhile, in the dungeon of doom and darkness,
Yep.
Madeleine, you have at this point freed most of your friends. I'm actually just going to roll for your allies real quick, see how helpful they are. They're not as capable as this guard, nor are they as well equipped. So I'll just roll for... So that's... Just assume that they have free strength. They're going to be hitting with an improvised +1 weapon. Okay. Okay, so they will do lethal damage though, because this iron fucking... This guy has to soak a lot of this shit. He's getting beaten to death with iron clubs. That's not handy. Okay, he soaks. He soaks. Okay. He needs to actually roll additional dice. He's actually wearing heavy armor. Okay, no. Because he's actually one of those can't actually one of those rolls doesn't count because one of them was stunned. So he only takes okay. So he takes 2 damage. He takes another 1, so he's at 3. And he's just going to... Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's probably going to be beaten to death then if that failed roll. Because he needed to hit somebody in order to live. So yeah, no, your released captives begin beating to death one of the guards. One is running off for help.
Jesus.
You've armed all of your like 30, like not actually as many. They must have already executed some prior to you getting here, other than just the 3 they just executed.
She will send forth some of them. One of them will take the sword, obviously.
Okay.
And she will send them forth. Are there any of them that are true, like that are really good that she can remember? True disciples.
Yes, there are a few. There are about 5 that you.
The 5 she will ask. She will have them hand off their weapons to the others,
Okay.
and she will take those 5 with her in the back, and will have the others surge forward.
Okay.
And she's going to go way in the back where they probably can't see. And she's gonna. Well, what she says to them is that they have to push on, and she's gonna get the 5 true disciples. She's going to have them all hold on to her,
Okay.
and she's
Oh
going to say "Chatzim," and Madeline and the 5 will disappear.
man. Note to note to everybody in this scene: get teleport powers.
And Madeline disappears to somewhere quite a ways away.
So
She
I know
will.
I'm
I am,
short, but I have
I'm
to say,
going
are we
to
playing mage or what?
hang on, Bishop, because I'm a douche
Yes.
and because it's funny, and I have a talisman. I'm going to unweave that ritual.
You don't know it's happening. This is beneath. This is in the dungeon area. This is in the jail block. You're on the roof.
I want to ask
couldn't
you
perceive
something.
this. You also wouldn't be able to unreef a ritual. I believe you need a certain ingredient for that, which you would not possess at this time.
Do you?
You need. I believe you need. I know you need something. I think you need a sympathetic link to the person whose ritual you're unweaving. Let me double check real quick. Because you need
It's not
to
a big
destroy
deal.
it.
Once again, I'm still trying to win greatest douche of the seed, and at the moment,
You're
Anthony.
trying your very best, sir, and you have my
I know.
congratulations.
It's also because Path of Paradox should literally be called Path of the Douchebag.
It is.
I want to
much.
ask something.
Yes.
If I were to turn one of the other corpses into ash, would that misdirect him into thinking that, oh, that was the vampire, we're good?
Well, they're going to burn all of the bodies. The question is, would they put you out when they see one ash? Maybe. These are people of faith. They do wish to respect the bodies of the dead if they can.
I will have to try that.
Okay.
Anthony, you fucked me so bad.
I love you.
Yes.
So bad.
So they will you'll need to do this while you're on fire, because obviously it wouldn't make sense if it happened while the bodies weren't on fire.
Do all the bodies ignite at the same time?
Yeah, they've poured you in a flammable liquid and just dumped tinder on you.
Okay. So I have to do that while I'm taking egg. Why, Anthony? Why?
You have fortitude. Stop being a baby.
I have
So
only 2 points in fortitude.
where
You
is
can.
Al-Qadir?
Pardon?
Where is
Al-
Al-Qadir?
Al-Qadir is
Also fucked.
is currently being held down by 2 guards.
Shit.
The second man in scales, they both look fairly young. They don't actually look that old. They look quite youthful. Walks up to the guard that one of the guards is holding Al-Qadir. He says, "Lend me your sword."
Oh shit!
On a side note, Alcatraz is now growing demon horn.
I don't have-
Why, Evan?
Are you spending willpower to make that a thing?
Guys,
Why, Evan?
stop
I
abusing
am
me.
indeed spending
Stop!
willpower.
Why? Oh my god.
So the
Okay.
question is, does
I-
Adija,
Oh my god.
does
Because
Adija
I quote actively hit. Wait, what was it? No. There's a specific one for this. For a start, one of them is legitimately failing to trick others when the opportunity arises. Failing to, and the most important, failing to gratify your desire. Evan desires this, so Farashah desires this, so he is gratifying his desire.
Why?
Because the path of paradox, kids.
No, that why wasn't going for you. It's going for
But yes,
the rest of
so
us.
let's go for growing horns, elongated fangs, and talking in tongues, shall we?
Jesus! Why?
Oh God!
Why?
Wait,
You could have topped that by, exposing someone else. Wink, wink. I'm not
I mean,
not vindictive or anything.
if it
I mean,
helps,
I'd really like you to stop bleeding into character. It's really fucking annoying.
if it helps, I will flip a coin to see if I save Brigitte at some point, maybe if I remember, and if this starts being funny.
I just
Not
have
gonna
to
stop.
roll. I need to
Okay,
roll for the ashing. And
but
hope it
yeah, so
succeeds.
that is indeed what I'm doing. I'm spending the willpower.
Okay, keep in mind how much willpower you spent this scene.
That's cool.
Okay, yeah, and Adija, you can tell that there's clearly some sort of chicanery going on with Alkadir because weird sounds are coming off out of his mouth or just emanating from his being. He's growing horns. None of this actually makes any logical sense, and he's about to be executed. Alkadir, you can try and roll strength against these guards to break the grapple and avoid the decapitation blow.
Oh, I didn't know I was caught in my hands. I thought if they were going to try to grab me, I would have moved a long time ago. Yeah, I was aware that I was been already grappled.
Oh, yeah, yeah, because you surrendered to the guards when Farasha was going to speak up for you, and then decided not to when.
No, I didn't. I thought they were just looking at me. I didn't think they had any hands on me yet. So
Yep. Well,
Evan got disconnected.
that's fine. So Adija, are you going to intervene? Actually, we'll say, will you intervene after Alkadir makes his roll? So make your roll, Alkadir.
I guess first thing I'll do is power of the earth. So spend a blood point.
Okay, but I need to check if Thaumaturgy involves actually speaking, because if you do, that's also a giveaway. Not that it really matters at this point. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. Not sure why I'm really considering this as an issue. So yeah, just roll it.
Yeah, okay.
And then, because I will say it has been a little bit, so you do get a chance to take at least one action prior to trying to defeat the grapple. I'm going to have you're being grappled by two guards, so one will be able to make an assist. So he gives he gives 3 dice to his compatriot, who is going to be the primary actor, and he gets 4 successes. So you need to break the grapple. I believe you need to get 5.
Sorry about that. My foot was cramping up.
So just make your power of the elements roll real quick to boost your stats, because I assume you just want to put it all into strength.
Yeah, pretty much. So
When you say holding Al-Qadir down, I'm assuming that they're kind of like with their knee on his back and holding out his arms or something, or
Kind of like
they.
that, yeah. They got him in a submissive hold.
Okay, and there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, yeah.
can't remember. This is no, this is difficulty 6 because it's not a ritual.
It's difficulty. No, it's difficulty. Okay. Instead of a 1 path roll, so it's difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. I thought I was. Yeah, never mind. So I thought that was only with rituals, nonetheless.
Okay, so you get to assign for 4 turns. You can assign 3 temporary points between your strength and stamina.
I believe it's 4.
No, the successes of a number of turns they last.
No. The success of the number of turns last. I thought it was 4.
No, I'm looking. I've got the page up right now. So it's 3 temporary points.
Okay. Yeah. Then
Oh,
I'll put the,
Let's chip.
yep, then I will do that. I'll put 3 points into my strength.
Okay. Yeah. You can contest the grapple? It's you need to beat 4 successes.
Okay. And might as well spend another willpower as this thing is kind of getting out of hand. So. I'm down to 5 willpower now.
It's strength and roll.
And difficulty 6 still?
Yep.
Okay.
Willpower. You can't spend willpower on this check. So
Oh, I cannot?
It's a
Okay.
combat action. So no.
Okie
You
dokie.
can spend willpower to ignore wound penalties. We just don't have any of those. So
Yeah.
you have more dice in strength than that. What?
My strength is only 2.
Yeah, but don't you have any brawl?
Oh, this is a brawl roll? No, I don't have any brawl either.
Strength plus brawl is to grapple.
No,
and
I don't have
break
any brawl
free
either.
grapples.
I know how to use a blade.
So you have no brawl.
No
There
brawl.
you go.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. Then someone's about to be decapitated.
I will try to interject. If that is okay.
That is 100% fine. These people are actually unarmored. Funnily enough.
Oh, well, that's good. So,
That's
Khadijah will attack the dude with the sword.
Okay, they've all got swords, but only one is looking to make a blow on Alcadir.
Just yeah, she's gonna take him out first.
He's the guy with the incense, so if you approach him, I'll just need to make a quick courage roll, difficulty 9.
Oh, he has incense.
The incense his scales are giving off are reminiscent of being in a burning building.
Okay.
Like when it enshrouds you, it burns to the touch. It doesn't actually hurt you, but it's as if you were lit on fire, or if you were exposed to the sun. It's needless to say, it's something you can't really cope. The beast can't cope with, so you need to roll, and it's a very severe feeling. You can just spend willpower to get an automatic success, though.
Okay, I will do that. You said courage.
Yep.
Which
Well,
dice roll are we in?
and around this time, Brigitte will also be set on fire.
Yeah, I want to roll the ashing the dude and
Roll me a fortitude first.
just fortitude.
Yeah, your fire only fortitude can take fire damage. Stamina is irrelevant.
Shit.
And I'm gonna roll 10 dice. Well, actually, not 10 dice. It's not that severe. I'm just gonna treat this as Lyra Flames.
Okay, 2 successes.
Yeah, you take a single aggravated damage. Please roll me courage, difficulty 7 for being burned.
Fuck.
And Adija, you are fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're free to make an attack on this person who's about to decapitate your
Difficulty for the courage was?
7 for being burned.
Man.
You'll take damage every turn until you are doused.
Oh god, I can't spend willpower anymore. I only have 3 left and I need it for the ashing. Fuck. Okay, 2 successes. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
So Khadijah's gonna spend 2 blood to pump in one into strength, one into dex. And then she'll spend 1 more for I'm assuming I have to spend one other one for potence.
Yep, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, sorry. I never really played a combat vampire before, so I'm
Absolutely
yeah.
fine. You can launch a back attack against them. In Dark Ages, it doesn't actually decrease the diff; it just gives you extra dice.
Okay.
2 extra dice, if I believe, if I recall.
I will try to target the head as well. So. Let's see. 6 plus 5 is 11. All right.
Do you have a specialty?
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Daggers are diff 5, right? Or knives or daggers? Yeah, daggers.
Daggers give armor piercing and a +1 damage.
Okay. So I believe that's 7 to hit. His head. So okay. 6 plus. So I think that's 13 lethal. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they take 6 damage. Lethal or aggravated?
Oh,
They have-
7, 8 because of potence. So
you obliterate their body.
yeah. So she's basically like coming out of obfuscate and doing it. So
Oh goddamn. Yeah, everybody sees Adija appear from as nowhere and cleanly decapitate this man in a single blow. It terrifies the rather small elite crowd of nobles, officers, and other figures of wealth and note, who begin to panic and begin to move towards the door. Those 2 guards are going to move on you. They're literally going to drop Alkadir and just move on you because you're a much greater threat than them.
By the way, sorry, I just have to ask, what level of obfuscate does Adija have? I'm just curious if I actually saw them coming.
6.
Jesus.
I will make the roll to see if I did. Because I have Auspex 6.
It's just perception awareness difficulty 8, I
8.
think.
Mhm.
At this point, Adija, it's immediately clear to you that you do not want to stay here for a fight.
Oh no, she's gonna grab fucking Alkadir and get the fuck out.
Because you have the celerity, the obfuscate, and the potence for it, I'm really not going to contest you on that.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
Okay, then yes, you did see Adija, but it's largely irrelevant. Yeah, if you just want to obfuscate Adija, if you just want to obfuscate Alkadir out and just pick him up.
Yeah, she's literally like killing that guy, sheathing her blade, grabbing Alkadir by like the waist, hunkering him, like throwing him over her shoulder, and getting the fuck out.
I assume Alkadir does not contest.
Outside of the fury and embarrassment, I'm gonna let my sister do what she does.
Yeah, the only thing that will be of note is that until you leave the courtyard and effectively get out of Farash's sight, or well, he's currently a chimney, so you don't know he's there. But
I am the chimney.
the illusion persists for quite a while, but it will eventually fade. So you two successfully escape.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. I have to ask a really weird question, because I don't know how that would work.
Mhm.
So, assuming Adija obfuscates him, right? I can still see Al-Qadir because it's under the cloak of the obfuscate that I've pierced, right?
Yes.
The horns and the demonic speaking, because that's an illusion I've created, would still exist and just be free floating in the air above him. Because that's not connected to him. It's just I'm putting them there.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're just there now. But yes.
Because I actually don't want Al-Qadir to die, I'll cut the illusion. I've had my fun when he vanishes.
You say that, you got him almost executed.
Oh man, these are multiple attempts on my life, man. Different characters too. Different.
I mean, would you like me to go after you and kill both of you?
I mean, you're welcome to try, but yeah.
No, with Mid-Syria, it's not a contest.
But yeah, so getting back to it though, seriously for real though, Madeleine,
For real.
Adija, Al-Qadir, you've all escaped. Farasha, at this point, you're basically just observing. Lord Septimus, what do you do?
When the nobles start running and screaming in directions, I go into the crowd and disappear.
Okay, yeah, the gates will open. The guards will gather around you, but it's sort of like forming a line around you and also to sort of funnel you out. So the nobles aren't like panicking and running at the gate. They're not lunatics, but they immediately start running towards the gate with whatever personal guards are affected.
Follow my kind.
Yep. And that's not really an issue because yeah, you're perfectly fine. I think with that completes.
I'm still on fire.
You're still, yeah. You're still on fire.
Yeah, something is unresolved here.
It's
Yeah, there is
okay.
an
I'll come
other-
back and just stab you in the head. That's okay.
Okay, so Brigida, you're
Can
still
I-
on fire.
Can I roll the fucking thing, please?
You can roll the magic.
Bishop, do you want to roll me my chance dice to see if I help
Okay,
Brigida?
so I have 2 successes for ashing one of the corpses.
I don't think you're aware which one is a kindred right now. Oh, one moment. Okay, so one of the body's ashes. And would they keep it burning? Upon seeing confirmation, they are people of true faith, which means they do rigorously stick to the adherence of their faith when they can. So I think, yeah, they would rather not just unceremoniously just burn the bodies. They might bury them in a mass grave or something, but I'm just gonna burn them. I don't think. So yeah, no, they will take pains to douse you. Could you please make me one last fortitude roll and one last courage roll, difficulty 7, because you are being burned. And,
Okay, yes.
taking 3 damage is difficulty 6.
Which one do you want first?
Fortitude
Fortitude is difficulty 6.
6. Keep in mind this is a soak, so ones don't take away.
Okay.
Oh, you take 3 aggro, and so you're wounded.
So I'm at 4. Yay. Great. And I also rolled for courage. At difficulty 7, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. You can spend a willpower because if you
I will. I'm living here with no willpower left in me, almost. But I'm gonna be leaving, bitch. 3.
Okay, yeah, you make it. And they at this point they will.
I don't flinch in the face of death.
Mm-hmm. And I think with that, as you are doused, the bodies will be taken away. And I think delivered to Lord Septimus. That I think is where we're going to end this scene on this this setting of complete carnage and chaos, and the silence more or less at this point having evaporated entirely.
And we were just wanted to see it hanging. We didn't even even trying to even do anything.
I think that's what I'm gonna have to name this scene.
So I'm going to
We just-
remain
we just wanted
with
to
Lord
see it happen.
Septimus. Fuck.
By the way, hang on. There is one last thing I'm going to do for chaos and lols. So, Brigida, how's it going, dear? Doing
Evan.
good?
Uh,
You doing good?
uh,
Huh? So, how do you try and escape? Because for the record, that is my honest specs, just to be able
They
to make sure I can see the
They
fire.
put me back in the cart, I assume, as a corpse, and I'm waiting for when the cart rolls to some dark fucking alley so I can roll out of there and hide in the alley, probably. But I don't know if that will happen.
I like to think as I move, the chimney just moves. So it's just a slightly moving chimney. But no. You know what? Brigida has impressed me. So Bishop, as they trundle along in their little cart, I would like to take efforts to follow them.
Okay.
There is a reason for this.
What are you in possession of?
Beg your pardon?
Just seeing how you go about following them.
I will happily do a mixture of chemistry and just walking along the streets.
Okay. I assume
But
you're not a chimney now.
I beg your pardon.
I assume you're not a chimney now.
I am in fact not a chimney. At the moment, I'm a street urchin.
Okay.
But no, when it stops and when they're ready to get out, he just kind of hops into the back of it, very, very nonchalantly. If there are guards, like I assume there's only one or two guards.
Yeah.
They will have a very sad time.
I think
The
that
main
may be
reason
over to
he's
Lord
doing this is-
Septimus, so this complicates things a bit.
Oh,
I think Lord
okay,
Septimus
in that
wanted
case,
to do
he's-
something with them, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
you can
He
have.
wanted the bodies.
I was gonna say you can have the bodies. He just in that case he will just very quietly hop into the cart. I'll happily make some stealth rolls.
You'll need to make
He's
a
quite
stealth
good at
roll,
stealth.
difficulty 8, and I'm gonna roll against you.
That is in.
Actually, no, he wouldn't be with the cart because of the fact that I left with the nobles. I said I abandoned the cart a while ago. I'm not gonna metagame that. To leave with the
I just,
nobles.
I just want Brigitte. You can have the bloody card.
Well, no, it's because I don't know how I'll be able to take a cart leaving with nobles without it looking, awkward. Because they did say they were taking bodies off the cart to burn them.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but they would still probably deliver the bodies to you if that's what you arranged, right?
Well, to the point now, he's not going out of his way to like. It was more so as a thing to. He was paying the guards to like alleviate the duty by taking the corpses so they would have less to do. That was his way. But
Hmm.
now, since they are being taken, and like clergy are now involved, I let them keep the money because that was part of the arrangement. They have no control over what the clergy does. I'm not going to be an ass and take away the money that I said I was going to give them. So,
Is
with
it
that,
safe to say that Lord Septimus considers me dead now?
oh my god. Oh, okay, bring it back. So, wow. Give me 5 minutes so I don't say anything that I will absolutely regret. So I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna step away.
I have a little one success.
Okay.
I have regrets not buying obfuscate in this character. Curse my luck. Oh shit! Hang on, I forgot to roll a celerity dice into that because that applies for stealth. I will just roll 3 additional dice.
No, you succeed, they fail, doesn't matter. But yeah, what do you do?
There you go. that case, all he does is sit in the back of the cart. He looks down at Brigida. Brigida, you get a smile as you see the waxy, odd-looking porcelain face, and he just says, 30 red horses on a white hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still. What are they?
Is that a riddle?
It is, and I'm going to roll some dice.
Can you type it out?
No. I will let Bishop explain what it does in a second. I'm just rolling some dice.
Smith is area 5. Basically, he rolls, and then you have to get triple his successes to beat it.
What's your current willpower? This is going to be a sad answer.
1.
Oh. Okay.
Why? Why, Evan?
Evan.
You
Yes.
never have enough. You never have enough.
If it helps, I'm not killing you.
But what are you doing?
It's called kidnapping.
Okay, so you need to get 12 successes. You can make a roll every hour. So you make a roll now, and then we'll make the rolls out of scene at some point.
What roles are these to resist being kidnapped?
It's intelligence occult.
Oh, Jesus. Fine. Okay, one sec. Difficulty?
I think it's standard.
Okay.
No, it's difficulty 8. Sorry, I was wrong.
Worse. Oh my god.
I don't know if something happens on a botch.
It doesn't. So you just fail this check, and you get to make the roll in the next hour.
That's cool. He basically picks up Brigida and GTFs those out of the cart. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay, and that's, I think, is where we're going to end the scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye.